Here I am, I'm in Brazil, in this nice little room. Hopefully the bugs will, hopefully there won't be too many bugs. It's close to dusk though, so I'm not hopeful. Normally the bugs really start to come out around dusk. They get attracted to the lights. All right, C4. I really hate the English opening. We're playing Freemason. It's a provocative name. All right, what to do? I don't really want to play Slav. Let's see, I guess, yeah, we'll play knight f6 here, g6, bishop g7. Go for a King's Indian style structure. E3 is interesting. You don't have to ask me twice, I'll put a pawn in the center. We could definitely play c6 and d5 if we wanted. I'm wondering what's the best way to handle this. Let's just continue in King's Indian style though. No reason to divert course, to deviate from the path. All right, h5. I'm just going to play this like a King's Indian attack. Technically, you're not supposed to play h5 and knight h7 if the center is closed, but it looks interesting. Okay, well, h4 is very different. Now knight h7 doesn't do anything. I can't come to g5. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm not sold on that. Let's play bishop g4 here. If he plays f3, he has to really stunt his own bishop here. Bishop b2. If I play knight b4, he plays d3. Let's play queen d7. Introduce bishop h3 as an option. All right. If I play e4, takes. Yeah, let's just play bishop h3 here. This is getting a little uncomfortable for him. It's definitely not the end of the world, but it's slightly annoying. Let's take this way. If he takes, I play queen h3, and I think that's the end of the game. I'm just going to be playing queen h1 next. Takes, actually, bishop f3, takes, I play queen h3, and then, yeah, these two are too big. Okay, I could definitely take here, get an equal endgame. I think knight takes makes more sense, though. He's lots of weak light squares. If he ever so the whole problem with him playing h4 now is that if he ever plays f4 and knight g4 and it's an outpost, he can't play h3 to kick my knight out. All right, let's play rook e8. I went to the gym yesterday and I hit my biceps really badly. Like really good at the time, but now my biceps are sore, my back is sore. I did a lot of pull-ups. My body is in pain. My body is in lots of pain now. As they say though, no pain, no gain. You gotta push it to the max if you want to get the bird elo. Knight d5. Yeah, this is a weird position. I don't really know what's happening here. Let's play a6. I'll introduce ideas of b5. Yeah, it's such a blessing here that he's played h4. I never need to worry about f4 because my knight will have g4. This is what I'm going for. I'm trying to undermine him here. I'm trying to undermine this knight. I'm trying to tell that knight it's time to go. Okay. He could try e4. e4 is interesting. I think e4 I'll play queen b7 to introduce ideas of b4 c6. This is a very strange structure. I don't think black has any advantage outright, but I think, just the position is very messy, that there's going to be chances for both sides. If anyone's better, though, it is black. My king is a bit safer here. I haven't pushed nearly as many pawns as he has. Okay, I guess he's going to play knight d5 now. All right, we'll just go back. We'll just scoot back. Still going to play c6. If I play c6, where does he go? Yeah, knight e3. Knight e3, I have queen a7 to hit these two. Knight f4. Queen a, yeah, I like queen a7 a lot, hitting the pawn. I might have ideas of bishop h6, but I need to choose when to cash out this bishop really carefully, because if I cash out at the wrong time, I'm just going to have really weak dark squares. All right, bishop d4. We do not want to play c5 here. c5 gives this knight a fantastic outpost. I'll just keep hanging around. Where should my queen go, though? Where should this queen go, though? Let's put the queen on a8. Provocative. Gets the people going. He plays knight d3, I can take on f3. Rook f2, all right, I'll play Let's get the rook to e7. I'll probably put the rook on d8, but now I have ideas of rook a7. Yeah, I really have no idea if I have any advantage here, but the idea is I'm just continuing to wait him out. I'm going to continue to see what's up with his position here. I'm a bit impressed by how quickly he's playing. Okay, there. We play rook d8. He takes. No, there's no trick there yet. Could definitely play rook d8 here. Knight d3. Knight d3 is interesting. I don't really see the problem, though. Queen b4. Just going to continue to hang around here. I don't have any structural big issues here. I have some slight weaknesses here and here, but he has a weakness on a2. Also, these pawns are just way too extended here. I have to be okay. Yeah, I'm impressed with the way this guy is playing. He's definitely playing very masterful chess. Okay, there. Play bishop f8. Just keep an eye on the queen here. I gotta watch out, though. He might take here at some point. I need to be very careful. Yeah, this guy's playing insanely well, honestly. But, you know, I'm not gonna rush with my suspicions. I'm gonna stay patient and stay humble. And stay grounded. Okay, well, technically he's not even threatening to take here just yet, right? Because I can take on a2. So what could we do in the meantime here? Bishop f6, does that make sense? Let's get the king out of the way. I'm just continuing to hang around. Just hanging around here. a4, all right. I'll take now. We play rook b7. Yeah, rook b7, queen a3. Wait, how am I going to attack this? What is the best way to attack this? Yeah, let's play rook b7 here. I think he's in a lot of trouble now. I can play rook b8 and start getting aggressive against these pawns here. Notice how I've been making sure not to move this pawn, right? If I ever move this pawn, he gets in knight d5, and that's going to be tricky. Well, if rook a7, rook takes d6, rook a4, d8, there's nothing really there, but rook b8 takes... Wait, I have knight c4 here. Yeah, what's going on? I'm just winning here. Half of me thought this guy was cheating because he was playing very quickly and he was making normal moves, but it seems like he's just blundered. I'm so hungry. I'm going to wolf down a steak after this video because it's time to go to the steakhouse. Oh, he takes here. But no, I just take back. What am I talking about? There's still nothing to worry about. All right, we'll play... He's going to play queen f6. That's a little annoying. Let's play queen a5. Hit this rook, and I'm going to have time to play queen e5 now. Yeah, to his credit, he played very patiently this game. I legitimately was worried that he was cheating because it just seems like he was playing moves almost instantly. He was playing very well, very, very solidly, which is not normal for lower-rated players. All right, if I play rook b4, he plays queen f6. Just play rook d7 here. Just controlling f7. He's doing that. Okay. Here, now let's play queen e5. If he plays knight g5, I can even just play king g7 here. I don't think dude can do anything yet. All right, king g7. No tricks and no traps. Queen c4. Let's play d5. Oh, d5 he takes here. Yeah, that's a little tricky. Can I play rook b2? Yeah, let's just simplify by trading rooks. Once rooks come off the board, this is going to be a lot easier to win. He's not going to have any way to defend himself from various attacks, especially on the king side. Queen a1, a nice geometric move. Hitting h1, also keeping an eye on d4 and c3 so he doesn't have checks. I think he has to try king g2, but then I just play rook b7. Yeah. This guy's consistently like making the best move most of the time, which is very weird. He has to keep his king out, right? Otherwise, if he puts his king back here, I'm going to play rook b7 and go for mate. Takes that way. Interesting. Let's just play c5 here. Bro still cannot do anything. Rook a7. Piling up on this pawn. Okay, he's doing that. Yeah, wait, what is going on here? If I just take, he takes there, and then I play rook a2, that looks like it should be forced mate. It's definitely going to be close to forced mate. Okay, rook a2. He takes, the only move he has there is he could take on c5, and then I throw in rook g2, he plays king f4, queen f6, king e3. Do I not have mate there? Yeah, this is a bit strange. Okay, what's wrong with c4? Yeah, c4, if he plays e5, I just throw in a check. I can also start by throwing in a check. Wait, yeah, why don't I just throw in a check? What am I talking about here? If he plays king f4, then I have queen h2 and I win the queen. Has to play queen g3, but then this pawn is definitely going to win. There. There. All right, now queen d4. This looks a lot better than before. But wait, he plays queen d4, he plays queen e7. I have to be a little careful here. I want to play rook a2, but queen e5, and all of a sudden I think he has perpetual. We could play rook a7 here, queen e5, f6, knight e6. No, then he's going to get perpetual there. All right, queen d4, queen e7, queen f6. This is strange. All right, rook a7 is interesting. Rook a7 check here, knight e6, king f7, knight d8. What if then I play king g8? Because yeah, then if he checks, I have king g7. He's not mating there. The idea is that f6 looks like it weakens my king, but the idea is it's dislodging his knight from what's a really critical defensive posturing. So rook a7 to cover the 7th rank, queen e5, f6, knight e6, king f7, knight d8. Here, he throws in a check, I go here. This is so bizarre. Queen d4. All right, I think I just have to give away my c-pawn, which is wild. Well, let's start with some checks, actually. Let's just push the king around a bit. Okay, now queen a1. If he takes, I have rook a5. If he takes, I also have rook a2. Gives me a really critical tempo. I'm feeling that with his king on g3 here, I should have more opportunities to get an attack. It's a bit more accessible, right? Okay, well here rook a2. This was the idea. I gotta watch my time. I'm close to getting flagged here. I think this should be the end of the game because now my rook is just along an angle, or not along an angle, it's along a file, it's along a channel that's so much easier, so much more accessible to getting at the king than before. From the 4th rank, it was almost impossible. Okay, there. That's interesting. Let's start with rook a5. Wait, yeah. What? He's going to play queen e... Well, no, he's actually not threatening queen e5 just yet. If he plays queen e5, I can take and play f6. Let's play queen b2 here. Now I have a check. I've got to just push his king around. Rook a5 looked good, but then my rook loses access to this critical angle. It needs to... I don't know why I keep saying angle, this critical channel. I need to have it on the 2nd rank so that I can check the king on e2, on g2, and so forth. Yeah, time is really going down to the wire, though. Rook a1. Yeah, let's play rook a1 here. He's running out of squares, I think. And rook a1 also, I have access to g1, e1. I'm still going to have plenty of ways to attack the king. There. All right, now queen d2, king here, queen d7, king there, queen d6, e5. Yeah, where is the win here? Queen d4 looks good. Look at that. His queen is completely paralyzed here. And now I have ideas of queen d6, also queen d2. I want to play f5. All right, f5 here works. Yeah, this guy's so close to getting out in time. This was a really close one. I think I'm going to be able to win, though. This is too much. King h6 here. Actually, f4 is simpler. My queen is far away from getting forked here. I just had to be careful about queen d4 blundering knight e6. Right here, this is over. Okay, that was a close game. Very close game there. Let's keep it going. Bird's opening. This is what y'all clicked on the video for. It's the bird's opening. We got to get pecking. We got to get birding, and we got to get pecking. I'm so hungry. I'm starving. I'm very hungry here. Okay, we'll take and play d4. This is classic. If they try to fianchetto their bishop and they play c6, just trade on d5, and they have a... This is a really poor selector variation for them. Dude, I'm so hungry. I think I'm gonna faint. I'm so hungry. I gotta finish out this video though. Let's play queen b3. I think I have to, what? I'll try to play 3 more games here, including this one. So this and another 2. There. All right. Let's just play bishop d2 here. Maybe I wasn't supposed to play queen b3. I'm normally supposed to wait until he moves the bishop, but these positions are so comfortable. They're very, very comfortable. I guess you could play knight a5 here. Well, there. No, now I'm in take. What is he doing? What is bro up to? I'm just up a pawn here. He has no compensation to speak of. He can do whatever he wants with this bishop. I don't even know what he's going to do. While I'm up a pawn, I'm going straight to the bank. That's a pawn for the keeping. All right, I'm really not sure what I should do. He's going to play knight c4. It's not the end of the world, though. Knight c4 is definitely not that big a problem. We just got to be pretty accurate about how we respond. Queen b5 runs into rook b8. I think better would be queen a6. I have ideas now of knight takes d5. Yeah, wait, if he plays knight c4, I can play knight takes d5. He takes on d2, I take on f6. I take back. My king looks a bit vulnerable there, but it's hard for him to access it. Like, I have this whole chain of pawns here that's really hard to chip through. Yeah, knight c4. Okay, I could also just take with the bishop, and he has some compensation because he has the light squares with the light square bishop, but not that much ultimately. Knight c4. All right, I'm just going to take. We got 2 pawns. Yeah, 2 pawns. He does have the bishop pair, but I'm not particularly concerned. Our queen comes back to e2. Queen could also sit comfortably on a4. Okay, yeah, he has a little compensation, but ultimately I'm up 2 pawns here. If he wants, he can take the second bishop. It's not a problem. This bishop is dead here because it's pointed straight into my stone wall. All right. Yeah, he's slowly making progress. I just have to be patient, though. Let's play rook c1. Bishop will drop back to e1 soon enough. All right, yeah, this looks perfect. Queen covers b2. Man doesn't have anything to do yet. All right. Which way should I take here? This way builds more concrete. Yeah, I think this way is better because now if I want, I can just start bulldozing him with e4. Without this pawn here, the d4 pawn might just be dropping in some positions. Yeah, this is simply too good. I just have way too many pawns on the board. He has very good light square control for how many pawns he's down, but like ultimately he is down several pawns. Can I just play knight d2 here to push e4? Yeah, this looks good. Also g4 is the threat as well. Bishop is trapped here. Doesn't have diagonals to retreat on. Nice, all right. That was a good win. Let's keep it going. Actually, wait, sorry, I gotta do the game review. I keep forgetting that. What is my rating for this game? I think I played a perfect game. I think it was a very good game. Ooh, guys, look at that, 97.7. I'll definitely take that. Take that straight to the bank. Yeah, so here you could just take. This is very good. Takes. I think the only slight inaccuracy, queen b3. Yeah, it doesn't like queen b3. The only slight problem in this entire game. I should just play bishop d2 here. You got to just wait him out. Once he plays bishop f5, then you play queen b3. And yeah, just to be clear, normally you don't really need to take here. It's not even good, especially if they have a pawn on e6. Do not go for this. It's if they have a pawn on c6. Because you want to get this type of position here, and you want to get something like this here, and their bishop is just dead here. It's on the wrong diagonal. It should be over here. They should have played e6 in this position. This is where all of his strategic problems arise from. All right, so this happened. He did that. I just took a pawn. Knight a5 is a mistake. Interesting. Wow, yeah, actually he has some compensation here. It's pretty hard for me to move. What would I do here? Bishop e2? And then I guess, I'm wondering, does he play knight e4? Let's open up the, Yeah, he plays knight e4. He's trying to trade off my knight. He's trying to break through on the c2 square. Ultimately, I'm still going to have to waste some more time with my queen sooner or later. So, yeah, things even out. Apparently, he could still push me around or just play rook c8. Computer likes rook c8 and bishop c8. Bishop c8 pushes me around. Rook c8 just plays for the compensation. That's interesting. I play knight e5. He plays knight c4. But a critical thing here is that in these positions, my queen is not nearly as happy as it was before, right? Before, my queen was just able to sit on e2 being happy. Here, it's locked in the wrong side of everything. It still could get trapped conceivably. All right, and so this happened. He did this, knight e4. Another mistake, he needs to jump at my queen side as soon as possible here, and at least here he has some pressure. Knight e4, okay. Takes, b takes. B takes is best, nice. I'm up 2 pawns after everything, but b takes is best. Fortifying this pawn, I'm gonna push e4 next and just get the pawns rolling. All right, perfect. Okay, this is Christos. Very Greek name. Let's play e5. I'd like to go for bird's defense, honestly. Hopefully he plays bishop e5 here. All right, yeah, let's go for it. Love bird's defense. Love me some bird's defense. I'm the birdmaster after all. I have to play the bird's defense. Yeah, so already this is getting a little tricky. Bishop c4, we play d5 here. This is a wild position. I remember this well. And here we play a5. Chasing after the bishop. Y'all can make your assumptions as to why I know so much about bird's defense. You know, at the moment, I don't want to make any announcements, but those of you who watch my channel a lot, you can connect the dots. Big announcements coming soon, though, which may or may not be related to bird's defense. All right, here, rook a6. Already, this is fantastic. Look at this. Rook is just popping through here. If I didn't have GM next to my name, he would probably launch a chess.com cheating report because this looks very suspicious, but it's just beautiful. Look at this. My pawns crunch into all these different squares. His pieces have no space whatsoever. Rook goes to g6 here. Okay, knight f6. Often in bird's defense, you can put your knight on e7 here, but that's not with the bishop not having been developed yet. Let's put knight on f6. Queen on f3 is actually going to be very misplaced here. I think I can even start thinking of trapping it with bishop g4 and bishop d6. He has to be very careful here, actually. Yeah, if he does not start with a check right now, I'm going to have time for bishop g4 and bishop d6. Man, I'm hungry. I'm starving. You know, I think I was planning on getting a steak, but I think I'm actually going to go to Nacho Man, the finest restaurant, the finest Mexican restaurant in Joinville. It's delicious. It's scrumptious. You go, it's like 15 bucks or something. You get a huge plate of nachos. Delicious. Delicious and nutritious. They really stack on the guac there. Okay, bishop g4. I guess he's going to try queen f4. Yeah, his queen can take this pawn. Sorry, I can't win the pawn just yet. But bishop d6. Wait, we got to check. Bishop d6. Well, if he takes here, I just take and I have the bishop takes h2 trick, so he can't do that. Yeah, I think he's just losing on the spot here. Bishop g4 is going to end the game. He has to try h3 now. Man has to try h3. I love bird's defense. He is getting smoked. Look at this. Guys, just look at this structure. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I call this the Christmas tree. Because it's like the Christmas tree on Rockefeller Center, where, you know, you just stand there and it takes you forever to get to the other side of it because it's so huge. It's so enormous. Of course, we're playing king f8 here. I do not want to inconvenience these bishops at all. They have a plan of trapping the queen. They know what time it is. It's time to go. He has to play h3 here. What is he thinking about? h3, I could play queen d7 and think about chopping again. Probably sooner or later we should defend this pawn a second time with bishop e6, but there's no point just yet. h3, I like h5 actually, because h5 threatens bishop g4, takes, and then rook h6 with mate. I love bird's defense. I love bird's defense so much. If I'm able to study bird's defense more, I'll be able to peck from both sides of the board. This guy Bird, you know, it's a tiny bit of it is because my name is Raven, and so that's the name of a bird. But most of it is just this guy loved really strange structures, and they're all really interesting. h3, okay, we're playing h5. Make no bones about it. It's time to go. So h5 comes with two ideas. I might play bishop g4. I also might play h4. So bishop g4 takes, queen f5. Wait, then I play rook h5. Isn't his queen trapped there? His queen is trapped. So, okay, wait. Bishop g4 takes. He has to play queen e2 then. Do I have a way to win if he plays queen e2? I could play queen d7, queen f5, queen h5. I don't know if that works or not. It looks very, very good, but I'm not sure if it works. h4 would also be perfect here. h4 with rook h5, rook f5. Definitely can't complain in that position, but man, I'm wondering, can I play bishop g4, takes, queen f5, rook h5? That's fantastic. Queen e2. Do I have enough time to play queen d7? That is the big question there. Queen d7. If he plays knight g3, I don't know. It's a huge issue that this bishop is covering this h6 square. If not for that, the game would be very, very easy. Knight g4 doesn't really do anything. Knight g4 doesn't threaten that much. Could I play queen d7 here? Queen d7 looks cool. I'm attacking h3. If he plays king h1. If he plays king h1, I could play queen c6, attack the c2 pawn, and then bishop g4 is an idea. Okay, we're going to go for that. That's some beautiful stuff there. Look at that. Queen d7, attacking this. He goes king h1, then I play queen c6, and now that his king is on the h-file, bishop g4 is going to work. Okay, wait, no, actually, no, sorry. He plays queen e2 there. This is getting bizarre. This is getting deeply bizarre, but it definitely can't be bad for black here, though. Like, I got the Christmas tree at the end of the day. If you have the Christmas tree, you're jingling down to the grocery store. What is that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie I'm thinking of? Is it Jingle Around the Clock? I don't think I've ever actually seen it. I've just seen ads for it. I've seen ads for it. I've seen it on my TV guide, and I've deliberately chosen not to watch it. It looks so bad, but honestly, now I think my personality's changed quite a lot from the cynical teenager that I was. I'd be down to watch it. It seems like a good holiday film. All right, we're waiting here. Just hanging around. Okay, king h1. Let's play queen c6. Attacking this pawn here. Hoping he plays rook e2, because now bishop g4 is going to be strong. Very, very interesting stuff. If he plays queen e2, maybe he could play queen e2 here. I didn't actually realize that. I thought I had bishop g4. But takes. Where is the win there? He goes back to g1. I just don't have any way to get my rook over to the h-file. If I could do that, it would be a really easy win. Bishop f4. Oh, that's a mistake. Now I play bishop g4. This is exactly what... Wait, bishop g4, queen g3. Hold on here. Bishop g4, queen g3. I take. He takes. That's tricky stuff. Should I just play king g8 here? King g8 is a fancy move. Yeah, let's play king g8. King is just a bit closer to getting out of danger. Now if h4, I'll play rook h5. I could also even try king h7 to get out. I pretty much can never be worse here. Like with these pawns like this, the computer is adamant, you're not going to be worse. It's just going to be very tricky for both sides. And we want the tricks, to be clear. We bask in the tricks. Yeah, so now with my king on g8, now bishop g4 is a lot more serious because queen g3, I just have discoveries and he does not have a check here. So that's going to be a bit different. All right. He's running his time down. Man wants to come to e7. Bishop e6. This is another... his bishop is just terrible here. I love Bird's defense, honestly. I could write a poem. I could write a sonnet about Bird's defense. Let's play queen b6 here, covering d4, hitting b2. He wants to throw in a check. He can throw in a check. It's not really going to do anything. I want to play h4 next to lock this knight in. This is a real tale of space and harmony. Notice that I have these two pieces here. They look technically passive to this pawn, but at the same time, they're completely incapacitating the bishop. And they're doing other good things. They're covering a lot of other territory. Is that construction? What is that? Is someone playing basketball upstairs? This building, man. I don't know what's up with this building. You rent a normal apartment in Brazil, there's something's always just going to be very strange here. That's how it goes. Okay, so b4, if I take, I correct his structure a bit. I also don't want to let his bishop in. With b4, now he has these weaknesses here. I'm very happy to see b4. b4 doesn't help anything from his position. In fact, it worsens a lot of aspects of it. Let's play h4 here. Now whenever I want, I can drill my queen into c3. c2 is also a permanent weakness. Another thing is now if I can ever sneak my queen into a3, the bishop is probably just going to be lost here. All right, rook h5. I'm breaking through. Does he want to throw in a check? Throws in a check, okay. I guess he's going to bring his knight to f3. If we play rook f5, he takes on h4. We can't do that just yet. Let's play, well, queen c6, he plays knight e5. Dude is getting a little bit cheesy here. Yeah, wait, what am I going to do here? I feel like I should be fine, but this is tricky stuff. What is happening outside? I just don't know. There's just constant beeping. It's like a McDonald's. The Brazilian streets have a mind of their own, suffice to say. Okay, if we play knight d7, he plays queen f4. Rook f6 takes everything. I take on f2. I can't be worse there, but I also can't be better. I want to be better, not worse. Queen c6, knight takes d4. He really got out of like the worst of this. But okay, wait, rook f5 and I take on f2. I'm not that mad about that. Oh, and no, he takes on g6. And then if I take with the king, I'm getting forked. All right, yeah, what is going on here? Takes on h3 is so close to working. Like, takes on h3 just looks like it would be a killer tactic, but it just doesn't work. It seems like it's the law in Brazil to just have noise 24/7. As soon as the dance festival ends, the construction starts. As soon as the construction stops, the barking dogs, the barking dogs get back from their intermission. Can I play knight g4 here? Knight g4 takes. I'm playing for h3. If he plays knight e5, I think I have no, this is such a weird position. Maybe I just have to accept the draw. This guy played a very, very good game, though. I'm legit impressed. Okay, knight e4 takes. Rook takes e4. I take. Do I have anything there? Not really. All right, I'll just play knight d7. I guess we'll just go for equality. Okay, we are back. Yeah, I had a bit of a snafu there with my computer, the connection, but I think everything should be better now. This position honestly still looks okay because the idea is I'm going to take this pawn at the end. He's going to win back these pawns because he's going to take on d4. I take back. Yeah, it sounds like a truck has been backing up for the past 10 minutes. It's the truck backing up festival. I don't know what he's thinking about. He really doesn't have a choice here. He has to take. If he takes on d2, or if he plays queen d2, I have bishop takes h3 ideas to undermine this knight. All right, we're going to take. He's down on time. I think I'm just going to flag the guy. If he takes here, I'm going to take back, and he's going to have real issues with this bishop. This bishop is locked behind everything. Notice my pawns are actually perfect at keeping this bishop locked in. Goes there. Could I play rook f5 here? Rook f5 is a cheesy move. That actually looks very good, though. Look at that. If he takes, then I take here. Man cannot do anything. Would someone please stop backing up their truck? This country. It's like it's the law in this country for there to be noise 24/7. This country is the polar opposite of Japan. Okay, rook a1, just going after this bishop. He's going to have a lot of trouble now. His rook is always going to be tied down to this bishop. c4, all right. Is that his plan? If I take, he takes with the bishop, but even then there's some problems there. I guess he'll take here. He's doing that. Let's just play b6 here to just keep the c pawn inhibited. Yeah, I guess he's going to take. All right, he plays, okay, yeah, I actually missed this, but could I take here? Yeah, this looks very interesting. Here we play a bizarre position here. Okay, I guess I'm losing. I guess I'm just losing here. Let's play b3 here. I guess this is going to be a draw. b2, rook b4. Yeah, I have nothing there. Let's just take and play b2. I think this is a draw. Yeah, I'm not going to be losing this. Yeah, so I can't lose this. Can I win this, though? Can we get him low on the clock? All right. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to flag the guy. I'm going to wait till he gets to 5 seconds, and I'm going to throw this pawn at the right moment. Ah, okay. I guess that's a draw. That's a close one. I mean, ultimately, his rating is pretty high. What's this guy's name? Marinakis? What is his FIDE? He played very well. He played a very good game. I definitely slipped up. I definitely had my chances, but I don't know. I would have assumed his rating is like 2,300. All right, here we got another black. I guess this, yeah, I guess we're going to have 3 blacks this video. We're going to get a Bogo Indian? Okay, Bogo Indian it is. Why did I take there? I'm supposed to play Queen E7. I make that mistake. I'm just flustered. I'm too hungry now. You guys know what I mean? I'm too hungry. I'm starving. It's time to go. We got to go to the steakhouse. We got to go to the churrasco and get the steak. I need steak in my belly. Knight E7, we'll play bishop G4 here. This looks like a good position. This just turned into a 2 knights tango of all things. All right, Knight G6 here. All right, can we play Knight G4? Could definitely try Knight G4. I like H6 more though, because now I can play bishop H3 and I don't have to worry about Knight G5. This looks completely fine. It feels like my stomach is about to implode. I'm so hungry. It's legitimately time to go. Yeah, the truck backing up stopped, so the barking dogs are back. The sounds never end. All right, I guess I'll take here. We need to start getting some play on the king side, on the queen side ultimately. He's going to start steamrolling down the board. I don't think it's much of a problem though. I don't have almost any weaknesses here. I want to put my knight on H8. Knight on H8 would not be good though. It looks way too silly there. Let's just bring the knight back to E7. Knight F3. Okay, if I play B5, what is his plan? Where's this knight going to go? Is his knight coming to H4? B5, if he plays C5, I can just play B4, or I can even take. I don't think that's much of a problem. If he takes this pawn, okay, that's what he's going for. If I play B4, knight A4. This looks good, though. Knight is going to be really misplaced on A4. I play queen D7. I'm hitting this. I'm also hitting this. I feel like this should be good, but queen G4 is met with rook H4. Bizarre position here, but okay, I have queen B5 also. I'm going to wolf down these nachos. I think I'm going to get the grand size. I'm going to get the size fit for 4 people. But I'm a big bird boy, and I got to have my nachos. Okay, queen B5 here. Dude is in serious trouble now. Queen E3, I think I can play knight G4, queen D2, and then F5 looks extremely good. If he ever takes here, I just take back and he's just opened the C file for me. Right, queen C2. Queen C2 is interesting stuff. Yeah, let's play knight D7. I like knight D7 a lot, putting more pressure on this pawn. If he plays C6, on the one hand, he's closing the queen side, but he's also slowing down everything. It means that eventually, if I ever win E4, all of these pawns are going to be targets. And also, the knight can never come to B6 then. His knight is completely locked out there. C6, I'm wondering, maybe I could try knight B6 to just trade off the knight, and then I'm going to be able to play A5 and A4. There? All right, let's play F6. No tricks. He's not breaking through here. I have concrete here. If he wants, he can drill a knight in. That's the most he's going to be able to do. Let's play knight B6. This is looking good. My queen is going to be fantastic on the dark squares here. It's very strange. On the one hand, I can't break on the f5, but I'm going to play a5, a4. My queen also is on the right side of the pawn chain. It can always peek into any of these squares as soon as they open up. If he ever tries f4, for instance, I can play queen e3 check. It's time to go. We got to get things moving. I have to get going. I got to get to Nacho, man. And Nacho o nada. I know intermittent fasting is good for you, but man, it's really uncomfortable some of the time. I haven't eaten a meal since yesterday. At Nacho Man. Yeah, yesterday I got tacos at Nacho Man. I go there all the time. The people, they know me. They call me El Gringo. No, sorry, no, that's Spanish. They call me U Gringo. All right, here we're just going to take. Make sure to open the queen side. Going to play a4 next. a4, I guess he's playing rook b1. He's going to try to play on that side of the board. That's actually pretty sneaky. Look at that. This guy is a bit sneaky here. If we play a4, then we're committing to the b-file opening, definitely. So we should actually just keep improving first. We should play rook b8. We have more space over on this side, so it's actually better just to hold off on playing a4 for the moment. I have to figure out a way to rehabilitate this knight. This knight is awful now. It's completely dominated. I'm probably going to have to... Okay, yeah, we should get it in. Well, how should we get it in? We could go this way. Yeah, let's play knight c8 here. He can't do anything at the moment, and he can never break as well. His queen also always has to watch over f2. Notice that if he ever takes here, well, then I can play queen b4 and a4, and I'm guaranteed to open the a file. So he has to just keep leaving this pawn here. This would be the end of the game if I could get this knight to b4, but the problem is I can't. There's no route in. This is covered. Also, this is covered. Is there any way I could get my knight to b8? Because if I could get my knight to b8, it could go to a6 and b4, but I don't think there's a way. I would need to get access to one of these squares, and I can't. Queen e2. All right, queen e2. I think it's going to be a good idea. I should put a rook on b4 here. Because rook on b4 is going to target this pawn. I guess he's trying to start making something happen over on this side. I don't really see what that would be. Maybe, yeah, let's start with queen c5 first. I like queen c5 a lot, because then if he drills this rook over, his rook is a bit more distracted, and then I can play queen a7. I need to watch out for g5. He could still technically open things up, but g5 takes, he's going to have to sacrifice the knight. All right, so now we go queen a7. This was my idea. Now his rook is a bit farther away. If g5, for instance, I could even think about taking. I got to be a bit careful. Yeah, I should first improve this rook. My knight needs to be ready to come back to g8 if need be, because if he does this and just sacks everything and plays queen g4, he has a lot of ideas of mate. The only thing saving me there is I have queen takes f2 in all those positions, and my queen can get back over to the defensive side. Notice that because we have this huge mountain of pawns just that are locked in, queens are committed to either being aggressively placed or defensively placed. They can't do both. If he starts attacking me, for instance, I'm going to need to start spending a lot of time and doing a really weird, sophisticated maneuver to get my queen back over to the proper side. I'm starving. Yeah, I'm going to order the family-sized nachos. Just pour on the hot sauce. Bird Boy's going to be dumping that hot sauce on. Rook b4. Let's target this pawn here. So his knight gets to f5. That looks really impressive, but it's just very hard for him to bring in any other piece after that. Rook c4, and now knight b6 looks good. If knight b6, he has to take, and he fixes my pawns. Yeah, I think knight b6 is very good, because unless he has an immediate mate over on the king side, I'm just positionally winning there with this pawn now. Yeah. I am still going to have to play a lot of defense, definitely. I'll have to play a lot of defense, but this looks winning, though. He plays knight f5. He'll play knight f5, queen e3, try to sacrifice. I'll play king h7, just try to survive. Yeah, let's play king h7 here. He could try knight e7. Knight e7 and queen f3 looks interesting. Yeah, well, knight e7, I have knight c8, though. Fortunately, everything is still saving the day. My queen has too many diagonals in to pose him problems. He plays queen e3, I can play knight c8. f4. All right, f4. If I take, he doesn't have anything there. I guess, okay, he's playing e5, but no, then I would take on d5. He doesn't have any tricks there. If he plays queen f3, I could play queen a6 there. He wants to play h6. Let's take this way. He's still not breaking in. If he plays queen g4, he's going to have to pay the piper on f2, one way or another. Like queen g4, for instance, knight a4 takes, queen f2, king a1. I must have a win there. B3 looks winning, but maybe it doesn't win on the spot. I think there should be a win. Maybe A2, rook B2, and then check. King takes, and then rook takes A4. There. All right. Well, here, could start with queen A6. Queen A6 makes sense. Queen A6, queen C2. I guess he's holding on there. Yeah, this is a bit tricky. Okay, I guess here, can we just play... Well, knight c8, I like knight c8 a lot because it keeps his knight out of e7, which is the most dangerous square. Knight c8, he plays e5. We throw in a check, he plays there. I play a2. No, I don't have anything just yet there. Okay, I play king h8. King h8, knight e7. King h8, knight e7, we play knight c8. He throws in a check, I go here. Then if he plays e5, I have check. No, I can even go back to g8. What am I talking about? Yeah, king h8 is the way to go. Just dodge all the fireworks. He goes there. All right. I really want to take on d5, but queen takes, yeah, I'm not really sure what I've done. If I take here, what is he doing? Knight e7, I play knight c8, knight g6 check, king g8. He doesn't have any more checks. He could play queen f5. But then I check. Yeah, no, he's nowhere close to mating there. I even have knight d6 in that position. Okay, let's just take. He's running out of tricks. He takes that. That's a good move. I completely missed that. If I take queen g6, actually he has a draw. So we got to be very careful. Let's take, if I take on d5, could I take on d5 or take on a4? Or play queen a4? Or knight a4, sorry. I'm slurring my words. Knight d5, knight f7, king g8. I don't see that as being much of a problem. Wait, I think knight a4 has to be the move, because takes, then I can take. Then he takes, that's a wild position. I think I have to do it, though. Hopefully this works. Yeah, apparently that guy's still backing up his truck. Okay, well here, actually, wait, I'm looking at it now. He's going to have perpetual with knight f7, knight h6. No, what's going on? I didn't mean to click that. Okay, knight f7, knight h6, and I can't take there because of the checks. I think, oh my. Why wouldn't, why? What could possibly require them to be backing up a truck for an hour? All right, I think I have to play rook f8 here. Queen g6, that just doesn't even threaten perpetual yet. Knight f7 I can take. All right, let's play rook f8. Queen g6, I even have rook f6, knight f7, king g8. So rook f6, knight f7, king g8, knight h6, king f8. He's out of checks there. Takes, I have takes on h6. Then he could start checking over here, but he doesn't have anything. I'm wondering if I have anything better, though. Knight d5 looks better. Yeah, knight d5, he plays knight f7, then I just take with the rook, and I'm going to play queen f2. And quickly checkmate. We're going to play queen f2, queen d4, and then finally knight c3. Okay, very good. We won the game. It's time to go.